Hello and welcome to our channel where we explore the past and relive the nostalgia. In today's video, we're going to look at 10 car innovations that did not stand the test of time. These are the features that were once popular or cutting edge, but have now become obsolete or outdated. Let's get started. Number 10. Bench seats. Bench seats were the standard seating option for most cars until the 1960s, when bucket seats became more common. Bench seats were comfortable and spacious, allowing 3 people to sit in the front row and even cuddle up with their sweetheart. However, bench seats also had some drawbacks, such as poor ergonomics, lack of safety belts, and difficulty in adjusting the position. As cars became more sporty and compact, bench seats lost their appeal and were gradually phased out. Number 9. Pop-up headlights. Pop-up headlights were a cool and futuristic feature that first appeared in the 1930s, but became more widespread in the 1970s and 1980s. They were designed to improve the aerodynamics and aesthetics of the car, as well as to protect the headlights from dirt and damage. However, pop-up headlights also had some problems, such as malfunctioning motors, leaking seals, and reduced visibility. As regulations and standards changed, pop-up headlights became obsolete and were replaced by fixed headlights. Number 8. Vinyl player. If you thought playing music in your car was a modern invention, think again. In 1956, Chrysler introduced the Highway Hi-Fi, a vinyl record player that was installed in the dashboard of some of their models. The device could play up to 14 records, each with 45 minutes of music. However, the vinyl player was not very practical, as it was expensive, bulky, and prone to skipping and scratching. The Highway Hi-Fi was discontinued in 1959 and was soon replaced by more reliable and convenient formats, such as cassette tapes and CDs. Number 7. Fifth wheel parking. Parking can be a hassle, especially in tight spaces. That's why some inventors came up with the idea of a fifth wheel parking system, which was a retractable wheel that could be lowered from the rear of the car and rotated sideways. This way, the car could fit into any spot with ease. The concept was demonstrated by Brooks Walker in the 1930s and 1950s, using a Packard and a Cadillac. However, the fifth wheel parking system never caught on, as it was too expensive, complex, and unnecessary. Number 6. Sensonic gearbox. The Sensonic gearbox was an attempt by Saab to combine the best of both worlds, the manual and the automatic transmission. It was a clutchless manual gearbox that used sensors and actuators to control the clutch operation. The driver could shift gears without using a clutch pedal, but still enjoy the feel and performance of a manual transmission. However, this Sensonic gearbox was not very user-friendly, as it was confusing, jerky, and unreliable. It was only offered in some models of the 1990s and was soon abandoned. Number 5. Car phone. Before cell phones became ubiquitous, some people had car phones installed in their vehicles. Car phones were basically landline phones that used radio signals to communicate with a network of base stations. They were first introduced in the 1940s, but became more popular in the 1980s and 1990s. Car phones were a symbol of status and luxury, as they were very expensive and exclusive. However, car phones also had many limitations, such as poor reception, high costs, and security risks. As cell phones became more affordable and advanced, car phones became obsolete and redundant. Number 4. Tailfins. Tailfins were a distinctive and flamboyant feature that adorned many cars in the 1950s and 1960s. They were inspired by the design of jet fighters and rockets, and were meant to convey a sense of speed and power. They'd also serve some functional purposes, such as improving stability and visibility. However, tailfins also had some disadvantages, such as increasing drag, weight, and cost. As tastes and trends changed, tailfins became less popular and were eventually eliminated. Number 3. Turbine engine. Turbine engines are commonly used in aircraft, but did you know that some cars also experimented with them? Turbine engines use a spinning fan to compress air and fuel, and then ignite them to produce thrust. They have many advantages over piston engines, such as higher power, lower emissions, and fewer moving parts. However, they also have some drawbacks, such as higher noise, heat, and fuel consumption. Several car manufacturers, such as Chrysler, Rover, and Fiat, tried to develop turbine-powered cars in the 1950s and 1960s, but none of them reached mass production. Number 2. Gull-wing doors. Gull-wing doors are a type of door that open upwards, like the wings of a bird. They were first seen on the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL in 1954 and later on other models, such as the DeLorean DMC-12 and the Tesla Model X gullwing doors, are a striking and stylish feature that make the cars stand out from the crowd. However, they also have some drawbacks, such as difficulty in opening and closing, lack of safety in case of a rollover, and interference with overhead structures. Number 1. Amphibious car. An amphibious car is a car that can travel on both land and water. It sounds like a fun and versatile vehicle, but it's also a very challenging and impractical one. Amphibious cars require a lot of engineering and design to make them work in both environments, and often compromise on performance and efficiency. They also face legal and regulatory issues, as they need to comply with both road and maritime laws. There have been many attempts to create amphibious cars over the years, such as the Amphicar, the Gibbs Aquata, and the Water Car, but none of them have been very successful or popular. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane and learned something new about car innovations that did not stand the test of time. Which one of these features do you find the most interesting or bizarre? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more nostalgic videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.